Hey guys, James here today, and welcome to another speed build. Today we're building a place called Ellery Place. I think that's what it's called. Sorry if it's not. Anyways, this house is, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I was just trying to build a house the other day, and I was like, what to build? I wanted to incorporate a curved roof again, because what the hell was that? Something just fell off my desk. Oh, okay, it was sunglasses. So I wanted to incorporate a curved roof into a house. Again, because I did one recently, obviously. So yeah, I wanted to do it again. So I was the house I felt had to be somewhat modern. So it kind of is, but it's really got, okay, it gets kind of, the styling is kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. The outside it kind of gives me a retro feel, and then the inside is definitely a contemporary modernized feel. So I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but I liked it anyways. I mean, I think it turned out pretty good. So right now you can see I'm doing the curved roof right here. Obviously not going too well. It didn't take too long though. It was a fairly small roof to do, so it was pretty easy. And all underneath that curved roof right there, like on the inside upstairs, becomes a very nice master suite bedroom. And it does look pretty good in the end. So look forward to seeing that. Yeah, so I've got a couple of houses I've been working on. This is the first one you're going to be seeing. There should be another one coming out this week at some point, which I think is definitely one of my favorites that I've done. So I'm looking forward to that. I posted a few pictures on Twitter earlier today, in case you guys want to check them out if you're watching this on the day I posted. If you're watching this in like 12 months time or 2 months time, then it won't be today. But I did post a picture of it if you want to check it out. So yeah, anyways, back to this house. As I'm just doing the roof right now. As you can see, it's taking a very modern look to the roof. But as soon as I start doing, there was a lot of indecision in this house when it came to trying to pick color schemes and trying to pick windows and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. I wasn't really feeling the style of the house, and then it kind of ended up being some weird metro modern hybrid thing. I don't even know. But I think like I'm proud of the house. I'm happy with it. I mean, I'm just weirded out by the style, to be honest. So you're gonna have to bear with that for a while. Here I am playing around with colors and patterns and textures, and I think this actually goes on for a fair amount of time before we really get stuck into all the like windows and all that crap. Even when I do the windows, I do a whole bunch of windows and I realize I don't like them and blah, 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 blah. Long story short, it takes a while. But then, yeah, I mean, this house wasn't too long to build. As you can see, the video is only like 16 minutes long, which means it was probably around about just under 2 hours to build. Maybe a bit quicker. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I don't know. I think there was something I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, so I started up the Sims 1 Let's Play series, which I'm pretty keen about. Sorry, I'm going off on tangents. I don't really know what to talk about this house yet. You can see the colors coming in here. We got the sort of browns contrasted with the cream. And at this point in time, it doesn't really look retro-y. And right now I was trying to pick a bright color or something to sort of make it pop, but then I ended up on this green color. And this is where I thought it made it look pretty damn retro. You have those bricks, those brown bricks especially, and then the cream, and then the green, and then I don't know. I mean, like I like the outside of it, but it's weird. It definitely is. But yeah, anyway, so I started up the Sims 1 Let's Play series, which I'm building a house in right now. And let me tell you, when I came back to, like, because I built my house in the Sims 1, and then when I came to build this house in the Sims 3, I'm like, holy crap, this game has so much that we just take it for granted. Oh, by the way, all these windows right now, they change. Every single window in the house right now is going to change, because once I had done it all, I realized I hated it, and I had to go. It was awful. It did not work. So they'll be going in a second. But yeah, The Sims 1 is super limited in what you can do. You can only build 2 levels in The Sims 1. You can only do ground level and second story. So 2 levels, and you can't do you can't do foundations. You can't change the height of walls with constrained floor elevation. So you can't do like curves, or you can't do anything like that. You can't even place the roof how you want. Everything in The Sims 1 is auto roof. There's no letting you place your own roof. It's all auto roof. So you have to work around that. Oh, what else is there? There's just a ton of limitations. Nothing is colorable. You can't change the color of anything. The color it comes in is the color you get, basically. Not even like, because in The Sims 2, you had the object and then you had the predefined style settings for it. You don't even have that in The Sims 1. You basically have this brown couch, that's the color it comes. This fugly green couch, this is the color it comes. That's how it works in Sims 1. So I don't know. So it's just really limited. And I think all the limitations, the house I've built in it is pretty decent. But yeah, so the windows are pretty much, I love these windows, those ones I put on there. I also love the windows that came in University Life, but they didn't seem to fit well with this house. So I had to like let it go. I had to get rid of them. They didn't go very nicely. I decided also, like you can see that I've done a fence around the pool. I don't know, I felt like doing a fence around the pool because I don't normally do that, because I mean that I assume that's a law wherever you are, but here in Australia it's a law that you have to have a fence around your pool. You can't have a pool without a fence, basically. I mean, you can, but you'll get in trouble if you get caught. But I never seem to do that in The Sims, so I thought I'd give it a go, put a fence around it. And I did a lot of flowers, as you can see right now, doing some what do you call it? Not modest. I don't know. I can't remember the word. I don't know what word I'm thinking of. I was going to say modest flowers. That doesn't even make any sense. I don't know. I felt like doing all the landscaping early on in this, because normally I do landscaping last, but I did it all first, and then I moved into furnishing. Which, by the way, because this house, like, it's not particularly big, but the spaces were big. The rooms are quite big, so there's a ton of space that I've left for you guys, for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because you all, if you actually are going to download this house, which some of you do, some of you don't, whatever you do is fine by me. But some of you that download this house are definitely going to want to customize it. So I think leaving that extra space helps you. And the second reason is that I had no idea what in the world to put there. Because the thing about building a house, like, and giving it to people to share it with people, you don't want to do too many specific things to the way you play yourself. I suppose this is good random general building advice. Like if you're doing a house that you want to share it, well, it depends if you want to build a house to share or if you want to build a house for yourself and for others to see. If you want to build a house to share that a lot of people can use and you want a lot of people to use, then you need to make it sort of like the furnishings and all that kind of stuff appeal to most people. Not so much appeal, but not so many like specific items, like random items that you might like using all the time, I suppose. I mean, of course you can do that, but the thing is, people are just going to delete it straight away. So I don't really find it, like most of the time I don't find doing specific things. Like I don't regularly put pianos or drums or any like the instruments or any of that kind of stuff in houses, or I don't even do workout stuff. I never do those in my houses just because I feel like if you guys want those, you'll put them in, because I mean, not everyone likes to use them. I don't like to use any of the instruments in my houses, actually. I barely ever use them. I mean, if I use an instrument in this game, it's the guitar, and that's it. So I don't know. Things like that, I usually just do the essentials in houses, like living room and bathrooms and kitchens. And then beyond that, it's pretty much left up to you guys. And the whole point of this massive tangent that I'm rambling on about right now is the fact that there is a lot of space left over for all of that stuff. Especially all the single bedrooms. All the single bedrooms are 3 pieces of furniture, literally. It's like a bed, a side table, and a dresser. And then the only bedroom that I fully did was the master suite, because I wanted to kind of show off that space, make it a bit different, a bit unique, so I did that. But then the other bedrooms are just generic things that I left for you, because I figured bedrooms are probably the things you want to customize the most. So I always figure that's probably a good idea to just leave alone. And yeah, this room here, because I don't know, it was really hard to figure out what to do in this room, because it's not an ideal room, mainly because you got that giant archway there and the front door there, so that's a big walking space right there. So you can't really put stuff there. But I wanted to put stuff there. I didn't know what, so I just kind of did lights in the house, and then a little reading area, and then I moved the desk and bookcases in a second as well, because I felt that was a weird place to have a desk. I thought it would be cool, but it seems weird to have it right next to the front door to put a desk there. So I did move that. And yeah, so I got a little reading look there. Went for, like, the interior, if you haven't already noticed, is kind of like a green brown scheme, or it's not entirely brown, but it's primarily green based color scheme in the house, which I think is quite nice because it does go with the walls outside. And I didn't want to overdo it with green, but I don't know. I don't know if I overdid it. I don't think I did, because I tried to use it like sparingly, I suppose. And I didn't want to overdo the green, but I didn't want to undersell the green either. If that makes any sense to you guys, anyways. Um, but yeah, so yeah, and also that's the other thing that makes the house kind of retro on the inside is I've done the brick walls on the inside because you'd see that on a lot of older styled houses. You have the exposed brickwork and all that kind of stuff because pretty much any houses that, well, not any house, that's a completely massively sweeping statement. That's completely wrong. But any house that you're going to sell nowadays, it probably won't have exposed brickwork unless it's like specifically designed into the house. But most of the time, all the older houses would have that covered up because exposed 80s brickwork isn't really everyone's one desire in a house. Yeah, and I also went with this wooden kitchen. I don't know, it was pretty much the default colors of the counters. I changed the countertops, but yeah, I don't know. I like the wood color. I thought it went well, and I guess again that is kind of like another little retro thing, that goes with the house. So I don't. Yeah, there's definitely a retro vibe about this house, but at the same time, it's definitely contemporary. I suppose it's like one of those contemporary retro how the hell. I was trying to say a mix between house and home. Like you know how they used to make all those sort of like in the, well, this isn't exactly retro, but it is retro, but not the retro I'm talking about. Okay, so in the 50s or around about 50s, was it? It was around 50s, 60s possibly. I can't remember exactly, but they used to make all those sort of futuristic styled things. Like you'd have the 50s diner and it'd be kind of futuristic styled. I feel like that's kind of what this house is. It's kind of like it's a retro house, but it's a futuristic retro house. So it was like designed back in the day, but it was designed to be futuristic. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I've just kind of thought of that then, and I thought that was quite a cool idea. Like, I mean, I thought it then. Like, that's kind of a cool notion to think about. Maybe it was like a retro house designed back in the day to make it look modern. And I don't know. There is a definite sort of blend between retro and contemporary in this house, and I'm saying that a lot, but that's okay. So we're almost done with the downstairs here, and then we'll move upstairs. And we spend pretty much the majority of the time upstairs is all spent on the master bedroom, which is the whole part underneath the curved roof right there. So I do all the lights first. I didn't want to do ceiling lights. I mean, I did ceiling lights in the hallways, but I've said this before, and I'm not. I mean, I use them downstairs. I use quite a lot of them, but I'm not a fan of ceiling lights. I mean, they just get in my way. They get in my way. I don't want to see them. The wall lights are nice because when you put the walls down, you don't see them anymore. So I did this little stage thing again for the bed. I've done that in the past. I did that in, I think it was in Acrylifil that I did that? Yeah, it was. So I did this stage thing. And then after I did the stage and I put some furniture on it, I thought it'd be a cool idea to sort of separate it like out of the rest of the room. It kind of became like a little secluded area of that master suite, which I thought was really cool. You'll see it in a minute. And you also see it in the screenshots. Also, this wood color is kind of weird. I don't know. I was interested by it. It's kind of like a purpley dark wood. I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, I put the sofa down. And I was like, hey, let's put a half wall and let's do some bricks and let's do some wood. And then I was like, that's not enough. Let's do some more stuff. Let's get some big plants in the way because they're green and they match and they go in there. And then I don't know. I thought it was a cool idea. I don't know if I don't know if the plants were necessarily a good idea, but I think the separation was nice. I could have just done it with a wall, but I thought a half wall was nicer and that kind of stuff. And this little bathroom here, that was really annoying to work with because it's like 2 by 5 or something. I think it is. Yeah, it looks like 2 by 5 from what I can see. Yeah, that was kind of annoying to design around, but that's okay. So yeah, we're coming on to the last bedrooms now. Coming up, like I said before, they're all pretty much bog standard basic stuff. Just bed, dresser, end table, which I'm going to guess you're probably just going to delete all 3 items because they're not really designed. But yeah, I figure that's the place people want to sort of change the most or add the most. I mean, you don't have to remove the beds or the end tables, but you could always just add more stuff in. There's plenty of space. The bedrooms are quite big. As you can see, they're quite big. It's got a decent amount of space in there to do like maybe a desk, a piano, some drums, an easel. I don't know, whatever other things you want. Okay, so, oh yeah, here we go. We're doing the barbecue area, the outside, and then we do a slide as well. And then we'll move on to the screenshots. But yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with this house. It's definitely different. It borrowed the curved roof idea that I had for Acrylifil. Brought it into this, and to a different style, but kind of the same style. It's a weird style. I'll give you that. But anyways, here we're going to the screenshots any second now. Here we go. Here's the front. You can see the entrance there, the big curved roof over the entrance, which I think looks pretty damn cool. Another little side shot. You got the diagonal part on the right. I think the diagonal just added. I think that the diagonal part just I don't know, added more detail, I suppose. That's the backyard, obviously. Here's the sitting area, TV and the couches and the green rug. I hate how the roof is pitch black. It's not supposed to be like that. It was a glitch. I swear. Whenever I go into live mode, the roof just goes pitch black, even though it's not supposed to be. It's dumb. Here's another little sitting room. You can see a little plasma on the wall there. The stairs behind it to get up. Here's the kitchen. I don't know if I'm actually a fan of that blue color. I'm gonna tell you that. There's the dining area in the diagonal part. You can see the kitchen all the way through to the living room at the other side of the house. Here's the master suite. I think that looks pretty damn cool. I'm gonna be honest. I do like that. And then I think we get another angle right here. I'm asleep, so I can't describe the screenshots because I can't see them. Backyard. And then we go into the floor plan shots of the house. So we have the lower floor here. There it is. So you can see where everything is. And the final screenshot right here. But anyways, guys, I'm James. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.